You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's Oh Behave with Arden Moore, the show that teaches you how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Join Arden as she travels coast to coast to help millions better understand why cats and dogs do what they do. Get the latest scoop on famous faces, their perfectly pampered pets, and who's walking who in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails. Garner great pet tips and have a doggone fur-flying fun time. So get ready for the pause and applause as we unleash your Oh Behave host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Okay, listeners, put on your walking shoes, leash up your dog, and join our special guests today who, stride for stride, are on a path to cure cancer in dogs. I am delighted to have on our show a pair of people who are truly being dogs' best friends. Give a big warm welcome to Kate O'Brien and Magali Wright. Hey, ladies, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Arden, for having us.
Oh, gosh, very coordinated with your responses, even though you're in two locales. Very good, very good. I wanted to first give a pause and applause to Kate O'Brien. She is the events coordinator with the Morris Animal Foundation. And Magali Wright, she is the San Diego Canine Cancer Walk chairperson for the Morris Animal Foundation's Canine Cancer Walk. Get this date set down in your memory bank. It's February 18th in San Marcos, California at the Walnut Grove Park. We're going to talk more with Kate and Magali about what's going on here and why walking can be something that can cure cancer. Doing your part in a small way means a lot for all those cool tail waggers we have in our lives. So we're going to get into this right after we pay for the show by taking a commercial break. So everybody, sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a pause. 4 furry ones, actually. Sit and stay. Oh Behave will be right back.
Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. CATTREETRAY.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now, back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. We have as our guest Kate O'Brien from the awesome Morris Animal Foundation. Yeah, they got some chick named Betty White who kind of is their president emeritus. I don't know, who's this old lady that seems to be in television all the time, Kate?
Well, Betty has been involved with the Morris Animal Foundation for over 40 years. She is on our board of trustees, and we are very lucky to have her support.
Yes, and she likes creatures of all kinds, even people, right?
She sure does. She is definitely a huge animal lover and a great person to work with.
All right. And we also have as our guest, we have Magali Wright. I got to have the pleasure of working with you, Magali. You were so kind to me last year when I had that crazy notion to create a national dog holiday, you know, National Dog Party Day. And you called me up and said, hey, Ard, you need some help? Thank you so much for doing that. But your big passion, your big heart is dealing with trying in your own way to figure out a way to beat cancer in dogs. And I wanted to just, if you could, share with the listeners a little bit about your motivation, your late great dog, Tika.
Sure. In 2010, my dog, Tika, she was a Labrador mix, she passed away of cancer 2 days after her 11th birthday. When she passed away, I just started going on the internet because I've never heard of dogs having cancer before. I've never had a dog that had cancer before. And from that, I found out that 1 out of 4 dogs over the age of 2 actually die of cancer. So that kind of threw me back a lot. And I thought that, I really want to help. I first thought, okay, there's got to be a walk in San Diego. San Diego has walks of all kinds, and I'm just going to join that walk, and I'm just going to do the best I can. And I found that there were no walks down here at all of this sort. So I looked into Morris Animal Foundation and noticed that they had a canine cancer walk up in Elk Grove, California. A lady named Sandy Villahoo, she's a volunteer for them, and she is the one that actually started these walks. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go over there and see what it's like. And I did, and I said, heck, San Diego is a dog-loving city. All of us know that, and let's get in here and let's have our own walk. And I decided to start that down here.
I like gutsy broads. You're a gutsy broad, Magali.
Yeah. Well, it's for the animals, and we had our first walk last February 2011, and we raised $28,000 for Morris Animal Foundation's Canine Cancer Campaign.
Congratulations.
We had over 300 walkers, 340 walkers, and this year we expect a lot more, and we expect to raise a lot more money for this great cause.
Well, I like that, and I do want to give you a little shout-out. I understand all your efforts weren't unnoticed. You've been named the Volunteer of the Year for the Morris Animal Foundation.
I know. How exciting. I found
awesome! Party at Magali's!
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that recognition. Thank you very much.
Hey, Kate, have you had a chance to meet Magali in person or just by phone? And, that's a pretty big honor for you guys to bestow on such a rookie.
Yes, I have met Magali. A couple months ago, I was able to go out to San Diego, and we spent some time together. And, Magali is a wonderful volunteer, and we are just so thankful that she's involved with Morris Animal Foundation and for all she has done for our Canine Cancer Campaign.
Now, you have a cancer connection. I mean, you're new to the Morris Animal Foundation, but tell us a little bit about your background with the American Cancer Society. It seems like it's nice to have that experience as you take on this major event.
Yes, I have recently been with the American Cancer Society I was there for about 4 years and worked on their Relay for Life events. So helping to plan, work with volunteers on that. And in 2010, I actually lost a dog to canine cancer as well. Oh. So it kind of, saw the job posting, and it seemed to fit with, I love events and doing these different kinds of events, but also fit into my personal matters as well. So I have recently started with Morris Animal Foundation and, love the events and love working with the volunteers and can't wait for the San Diego event.
Tell us a little bit about your dog.
My dog was a chocolate lab, and he was about 7 when he was diagnosed with cancer. And just like Magali, I had no idea that could happen, and he passed away very quickly. And it was a very hard thing for me, but I've definitely learned a lot since then. And now continuing working with the Canine Cancer Walks is just an extra thing for me to remember him as well.
And what's his name, and what was the type of cancer?
His name was Charlie, and he had a type of lymphoma that was very rare. So they did surgery, took out his tumor, but it continued to grow back, and unfortunately there was nothing that we could do at that point.
I don't know. They call it the, the bridge? What's the bridge? The Rainbow Bridge, right? We talk about that. I don't know why we can't just say dog heaven or dogs are in heaven, but I have a feeling that Tika and Charlie are hanging out there looking down at you guys going, you go girls, you go girls. What do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Magali, you go first, because Tika was a little bit older. So what do you think? What's the personality of Tika?
You know what? She is up there with her little pom-poms. And even on our last walk, we just couldn't believe it. I don't know if you remember last February in San Diego, but it was basically torrential downpours the night before the walk and all through that night. And then when we had our actual walk, all the dog lovers out there said, it's for sure these dogs, because the blue skies came out and we were walking with not a drop of water on us. And,
nice.
We're like, all those dogs up there are just so happy that, we're trying to help them out, trying to help them live longer, healthier lives. So.
Well, that's great. Now, I don't know if Charlie would be really best suited for pom-poms, but what kind of personality is Charlie? What do you think Charlie's thinking about now?
Yeah, I don't know about pom-poms, but, I know he loved running and swimming and things like that, so I'm sure he is having fun with Tika, and no pom-poms, but cheering her on as well.
Yeah, that sounds great. I do appreciate you guys doing a shout out because I think, passion is a real important fuel that we need when we're organizing events. And this is not just something little that you slap together at the last minute. Kate, tell us a little bit about how people can learn a little bit more about the Morris Animal Foundation and their mission to really fight canine cancer. I mean, step back a little bit. I know a lot about the Morris Animal Foundation, but I think our listeners would rather hear from you than me. So tell a little bit about briefly the mission statement of the Morris Animal Foundation.
All right. Well, the Morris Animal Foundation, we are a nonprofit organization that helps animals enjoy longer, healthier lives. So we advance health and welfare through research projects. We treat and cure companion animals, horses, wildlife worldwide. So really our vision is just a healthier tomorrow for animals and doing that through research.
That was very well put, and you're just new to the team, man. Do you have that written on your fingers? Do you have it on both hands? The ink are you reading it?
I've been reading it over and over again, trying to get it memorized. So. Okay.
I just didn't know if you wear a shirt that you look in the mirror and it's got the reverse lettering, so you can just look at it in the mirror and you're good to go. But that was very well done. I think you should get a raise. Should I just tell? Yeah. Hey guys, give Kate a raise. She's new, but I think she handled that pretty well. They do a lot of things. I've been to the Western Vet Conference. I know some of the key members on your team with Tina Martinez and Heidi Jeter, and I consider them friends, Kate. They, you can tell that the folks on the Morris Animal Foundation staff, you guys, you do walk the walk and not only talk the talk.
Yes, we've got a great team here at Morris, and I'm lucky to be a part of it.
Oh, you're so good. You're so good. I can't wait to meet you. I don't know if you want to meet me, but I can't wait to meet you.
Oh, I can't wait to meet you as well.
I'm very shy, Magali, you tell her, right? I'm shy, right?
Oh, yeah. She's always in her shell in the corner somewhere.
Yeah.
You'll find her.
Doing a little Snoopy dance or something. So we're talking.
Why I like it, Morris Animal Foundation, Arden, too, is
yes.
I like to be able to go on their website, the Canine Cancer Campaign website, and see what actual research is going on and what the outcome of it is. And they actually have that. So, it's not like you're just, here's money and, good luck with it or whatever. You can actually see what's going on with it. And for me, that's very important. So
well, you do strike me as someone, I know you a bit, but you do strike me as someone that you really look at things and you investigate things. So just what you just said, too, you want to make sure that the money's going where it's supposed to be going.
Yeah, and it definitely is that way with Morris Animal Foundation. That's why I'm so strong about doing these walks.
All right. Hey, folks, we're talking with Kate O'Brien. She's with the Morris Animal Foundation. She is the events coordinator. And Magali Wright, she is going to be handling the big Canine Cancer Walk February 18th. It's being sponsored by the Morris Animal Foundation. And we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the specifics of the walk and a little bit of some tips that you can do for your dogs to make sure that you're getting those wellness exams in. So maybe if your dog does have cancer, the quicker the diagnosis, the quicker the treatment, and in some cases, a chance for a cure. So we're going to talk about that right after this commercial break. So everybody, please just sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. All Behave will be back in a flash right after these messages.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hi, this is Betty White, and I'm inviting you to tune in to the O Behave Show with Arden Moore on Pet Life Radio.
We're back from the lot. Just checked the paper and we had a record showing at the box. The letterbox, that is. Now back to O Behave. Here's Arden.
Welcome back to the Old Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. We've got on our show Kate O'Brien. the events coordinator for the Morris Animal Foundation, and Magali Wright, she's handling the San Diego Canine Cancer Walk, which is February 18th. And we're talking, about the C word. You know, it is devastating when you think that we try to give our pets healthier opportunities. I've got dogs. We just climbed Iron Mountain yesterday, Magali. Chipper and Cleo and I went 3 miles up, 3 miles down with our friends. And Kate, I have a golden retriever husky mix of 60 pounds and a little 12-pound mystery mutt named Cleo. Both of them are rescues. Both of them are 9 years old. I'm 55 years old. I just said that on the air. Who cares? I have more energy now than I did 15 years ago. And we went with our friend, Little Bear Man, who is a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix, and his pet person, Delyn, and a friend of hers. And there were so many dogs up and down that walk. You know what? I'm dumb. I wish I would have had little flyers. I would have been passing out your walk. So I guess I have to walk that mountain again, right, before the 18th?
Yep, that's true. Yep.
Oh, darn it. I just opened my mouth. Okay, Chipper, Cleo, we're not doing it today, but we're going to do it again this weekend maybe. But, you know, there's something about walking with your dog. I mean, they dig it, and you're not doing the same old walk. So, Magali, talk about this. I mean, when you're bringing your dog to a special event like the Canine Cancer Walk with the Morris Animal Foundation, don't you think they're getting in that festive mood, too? They know something's up.
Yeah, they definitely do. Just the energy in there, everybody is so positive, and these dogs, you can see the smiles on their faces. I mean, they are just having a great time. And, you know, you've got all the humans out there that just want to just give them attention, and dogs that want to play. I mean, what can be better? It's
nothing.
Really
and, Kate, you've got some special folks going to be at the event, dignitaries, if you will. Do you want to run down some of the folks that are going to be playing a part in this walk on the February 18th?
Yes, we are lucky to have, first of all, we're going to have Ricochet start off our walk. She is going to be our Bow Wow Mare for the event.
And for the two people that don't know who Ricochet is, can you give a brief bio?
Magali, do you want to talk about who Ricochet is?
Yeah, Ricochet she's a surface dog.
Surface.
She has raised so much money for all these different causes. She's also a dog that can surf about 1 million times better than me.
Me too.
Yeah, she's just an amazing dog, and her owner, Judy, which is also my friend, is a wonderful lady as well.
Yeah, Judy Ferdano and Ricochet, actually, they were the ASPCA. Ricochet was named one of the dogs of the year this year. I know there's different categories, but... Yeah,
American Hero Awards, I mean, what an honor for Ricochet.
Well, I'm glad that you've got Ricochet. Okay, Kate, who's up next?
We also have Dagmar Midcap, who is going to be our MC for the walk. And then we will also have Dr. Brenda Phillips, who will speak a little bit after the walk about how to take care of your dog, how to watch for signs of cancer, and just overall dog health. Okay. And I guess I do have to make a disclosure. You guys dragged me into this event, Kate and Magali. I curse you and thank you. So I'm going to have a booth there, and I will help people know about Pet First Aid as an instructor and my crazy National Dog Party Day event. But I'm really happy and honored to do my part to get the word out for you guys. And we appreciate it. We're looking forward to having you.
Well, thanks. And let's talk about the event. How do we get into it? Well, Magali, where are we going? How do we sign up for it?
Okay, the easiest way is to go to the website, which is www.caninecancerwalk.org. And K is the letter K, and 9 is the number 9, so caninecancerwalk.org. From there, you can click on the San Diego button, and it gets you to all the links. And you can register as an individual, you can create a team, you can join an already existing team. So there's a lot of different ways to be involved.
I'm going on the site now, and I see that you've got a goal of $50,000. That's a lot of kibble.
That's a lot of kibble. There's a lot of people passionate in San Diego, and, you know, I really think we're going to make our goal.
And I see that the top team right now, of course, speed is their virtue, are the Greyhounds Care group. Mm-hmm. But I'm a member of the SoCal Surf Dog team with Chipper and Cleo, so it looks like we're in the middle of the dog pack here as teams, so I'm going to have to, pump up the volume for us.
That's right.
All right. So to sign up, it looks like what's the cost and all that fun stuff?
It is $30 for adults, $15 for children, and that is if you sign up prior to February 3rd. After that, it will be $35 for adults and $20 for children.
Okay, and if you guys go on the page, there's tons of great stories and photos. We also want people to dash over to the MorrisAnimalFoundation.org site. I love saying that, MorrisAnimalFoundation.org site, because you have a little marathon typing on the keyboard, but it's well worth it, right, Kate?
Yes, it is. It's a great website to find out more information about who we are and what our foundation is doing.
Well, there is a section under resources that talks about cancer. And, there's a lot of cancers that strike dogs as well as cats and people. And I know that there's been a lot of research done once they've done the canine genome. But it did blow me away when you said that, Magali, that, it's the leading cause of death in dogs, adult dogs over the age of 2. So, Kate, I know you're not a veterinarian, but you're with the Morris Animal Foundation. Are there a few tips you can share with our listeners on how we can maybe be a little more proactive with our dogs?
Yes. At Morris Animal Foundation, we recommend first that you take your dog for a wellness exam every year and really talk to your vet about, changes that you see with your dog or something like that. Also to make sure that, if things are changing with your dog, to let your vet know as soon as possible. It'll just help with an earlier diagnosis if for some reason there is something wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I teach pet first aid. So I teach people how to do, we call it a nose to tail examination on our dogs. And you're looking in the gums and all that. Well, the other day I opened up my big dog Chipper's mouth, and on her gum there was kind of something gnarly over her canine tooth. It was like a growth. And of course you do the whole panic. Oh my gosh, it's the C word and everything. Fortunately, it was a benign tumor, but she did have to have surgery and got it removed. But it was, my vet said, and I'll do a shout out to Dr. Paul Rasheri. He said, you know what, Arden, I'm so glad you checked this now, because these things quickly can come on. And if you're not paying attention to your dog's mouth, it could lead to some more bad things. So I think being down in the mouth with your dog is a great thing. Check their paws. When we get older dogs, they sometimes have little fatty deposits. And, I think having a good relationship with our vet is key. Don't you agree, Kate?
Yes, I do agree.
And now I have to say that Chipper has a minty, good smile, and she no longer has that growth. But I keep tabs on them now. It's something better than just petting them. It's like when you're petting them, I think we need to pet with a purpose. And you do have to check under the tail and look at the paws and palpitate the belly and all that. But you can make it a fun game. Magali, do you ever do that when you're with dogs?
Well, absolutely. When my dog was getting older, so she was getting those benign lumps as it was all the time.
Yeah.
You always think, okay, is that one? Is that one? Is that one? But we constantly get it checked. But she didn't mind because she would get a massage at the same time. So she didn't mind me trying to check her out all the time. Okay.
Now, I know the event is taking place on February 18th in San Marcos, and everybody's going to be dashing over to the caninecancerwalk.org site. But for the folks who can't make it, what's this all about, the virtual? Who wants to jump in on that? Magali or Kate?
Sure,
you want to talk about how you can do it virtually?
Yes, it's we call it sit and stay.
Okay.
So maybe you don't live around San Diego, or maybe you do and you've got something else going on. So we have something called Sit and Stay, which means that you still want to help out this cause and help out the Canine Cancer Campaign. And you can still register for the walk, but you know what? You might be sitting on your couch watching some kind of sports event, or you might be, you might be in Illinois somewhere shoveling snow or whatever it might be. But yes, it's a sit and stay program, so everybody can get involved.
I really like that idea, because there may be some people, for circumstances we don't know, they've won the lotto and they can't come because they're picking up their lootie, that, they can't make it. But having them be able to virtually participate, I think, makes a big difference. Kate, I know there's some big conferences coming up in the world of vets. We've got the North American Veterinary Conference in January and the Western Vet Conference in Vegas, baby. That's where I go every year. I cover that. Morris's presence going to be still strong at both of those conferences?
Yes, we will have a strong presence at both conferences. Both conferences will have a booth, as well as some symposiums talking about animal health and different things going on within the animal world. So we encourage everyone to come and stop by our booth at both events, and look forward to seeing everybody.
All right. Anything else you guys want to add before we bid adieu? Magali, you go up first.
I just appreciate all of San Diego's support, and I just hope to see you at the walk, everybody. We're going to have a great time.
That sounds good. And give that website one more time.
www.caninecancerwalk.org.
Bravo. Give that girl a healthy biscuit. Okay, Kate, what would you like to say as a parting words?
We just look forward to seeing everybody, hopefully at our upcoming walk in San Diego. And if not, we encourage you to check out our website and participate as a sit and stay participant.
And that website again?
www.caninecancerwalk.org.
And to learn more about Morris? And we're not talking about the cat?
MorrisAnimalFoundation.org.
Yay! You just got a pay raise from your bosses. They're like, yeah, she said it again. Yay, yay. All right. I also, at this time, I think what you're doing is awesome. I'm really happy to be part of it. Last year, I wasn't able to do it due to a schedule conflict, but I will be there, I promise, and I will do my best to edutain your group and get the word out. And Magali, I promise you, I'm going to get some flyers from you. So when I'm out running around, I will be starting to pass them out for you. I might bring in 3 more people. Who knows?
That's right.
Hey, that's 3 more. That's right. That's right. All right, guys. I'm so glad we've had as our guest today Magali Wright. She's going to be coordinating the Big Cancer Walk on February 18th in San Diego, actually San Marcos, California. And Kate O'Brien, she's the events coordinator for the Morris Animal Foundation. So everybody get those walking shoes in order. Your dog is grabbing the leash. The dog knows what's going on. The dog wants to walk with you. It's not a big duration. You can handle it. I think Betty White's walked one of these, hasn't she?
I don't think we've had Betty walk in one yet, but maybe upcoming.
Okay, but I mean, just think about her, guys. She's 90 years old, and she has been dedicating a lot of her time to let people know about all the things that the Morris Animal Foundation does, and she does it with passion and humor. But it's nice to have a poster girl like Betty on your team, Kate.
Yes, it is.
All right. At this time, I also want to give a big shout out to my producer, Mark Winter. He makes this show happen each and every week. He tolerates me. I don't know why or how, but it works. So until next time, this is your flea-free host, Arden Moore, delivering just 2 words to all you 2, 3, and 4-leggers out there. Oh, behave.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. Oh Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand. This is the place for a special paparazzi treat. Only on PetLifeRadio.com.